is only about 10 miles away from that crash site. You can see there's quite a bit of debris. What is left of the plane, it certainly broke up badly on contact. The Harris County Sheriff's Office tweeting at 2:25 p.m., quote, "Our deputies are assisting Texas DPS Southeast with a plane crash, 17,400 block of the Katy Freeway, located in a field south of the service road. At that point, no other information was available." And you continue to look at those live images. We spoke with the director of operations at the West Houston Airport, who tells us that this plane had actually been missing since last night. Apparently, a friend of the pilot physically went to the airport just before 8 o'clock last night asking about the plane, why the occupants had not returned. That apparently is when authorities became aware that something was wrong, and as you can see, terribly wrong. Let's turn to Kim Castro now. What were weather conditions last night about that hour?
You know, we were online at 5 and 6 o'clock. Our chief meteorologist, David Paul, already talking about the very low deck of clouds, the ceiling at around 1,000 feet. That would certainly make for a troublesome departure or arrival for any aircraft. And this is a 12-hour loop of visibility, so we certainly saw some areas with some dense fog potential. Visibility would have been hampered. We saw not only that low cloud deck, but some of that moisture working its way to the ground. And with that live look we just saw, plenty of vegetation in that area would mean some accelerated condensation. So some mist and some haze definitely out there right around the 7 o'clock hour. In terms of wind speeds or any other weather variables, winds were on the rather light side at 10 to 15 miles an hour, but you could see from that loop, especially as we work our way towards West Harris County, there were definitely areas that were at least misty or hazy. If not, you see that red right there showing some areas of potentially dense fog building. So in terms of visibility, that was definitely reduced yesterday, as it has been the last couple of days. There's just been so much moisture in the atmosphere, and that's just a bad combination for visibility with aircraft, especially, like I mentioned, in areas with vegetation. So this is what it looked like for the last 12 hours. It certainly started to become a little more dense and a little bit more widespread as we transitioned into the overnight hours. But already at 5 and 6 o'clock, when we were live, we were seeing visibility reduction was significant. So we could only see the tops of some satellite towers, and I'll post those pictures on social media so you can see exactly what it looked like yesterday evening when this accident potentially took place.
Thank you very much. That, of course, is always a big question when there's a plane crash, whether or not weather played a factor. Let's get back to the live images from Air 11. I'm sorry, we're going to go to a map first just to give you a good idea of where the location is. Again, this is going to be off of the Katy Freeway west, just west of Highway 6. This is going to be in the reservoir there, south of I-10, and you can see the dot there. That gives you an approximate idea in the 17,400 block of the Katy Freeway where the plane went down. To your right then, our live images from Air 11 of the crash site. It is obviously a very heavily wooded area. There are no roadways to get in. We have seen maybe a dozen plus deputies, DPS officials looking at the site, obviously to retrieve the victims, but it's going to be difficult for anyone to get in there because of the roads stopping, obviously not going into the reservoir, and the debris has been scattered pretty badly. All right, it has been a busy afternoon. There is a lot going on, in addition to which we have got an accident to tell you about, an auto pedestrian accident on the north side, 610 near TC Jester. Let's get over to Junior Caruso for that breaking news.
Yes, as you can see, there is an accident there on the north loop. You can see on the right part of your screen there. Officers do have the roadway completely shut down, so you're going to be exiting and head onto the feeder, and there are heavy delays there, probably a 5 to 10 minute delay at the moment.
All right, Junior, thank you very much. A lot happening this afternoon, both on the roadways and then obviously out there on the west side. We will have the very latest on both of these events coming up on KHOU 11 News at 4, the 411. And of course, as always, you can go to our app, KHOU 11, download it for the latest information.